Today on Too Sus for Us, we're going to be talking about the Boogeyman, the jazz Axeman from New Orleans. His hauntings started in May of 1918 and lasted a whole 1.5 years. Is he a person? Is he a spirit? Is he a ghoul, a goblin, or something worse? It all started when a grocer, an Italian grocer, keep this detail in mind because it will come into use later, named Joseph Maggio and his wife were butchered while sleeping in their apartment above their Maggio grocery store. Police discovered that a panel in their rear door had been chiseled open, and an axe was found in the apartment coated with Maggio's blood. Maggio? I don't know. Okay, so after that, Louis Bossomer, another Italian grocer, and his wife Annie Harriet Lowe were discovered lying in a pool of their own blood, both badly injured, but neither of them dead. So Annie actually was conscious, and she claimed that her attacker was very young and very dark. And then she actually flipped her statement later on to say that her husband was the one that killed her. Or was it the Boogeyman telling her to change her story for the police so that he wouldn't be found? In 1919, the Axeman struck Miss Cortimiglia, a wife of a grocer, who awakened to find her husband was already dead, and she was begging for mercy for her dear child. But the Axeman did not grant her that mercy. He struck her in the skull and ended up killing the child, which was...
Okay.
What?
How did she live to tell the story if she died?
That's true.
Which is what I would like to know.
Hey,
so all of these people who
there.
died were wives or their husbands were butchers?
Her child was killed. She was just struck on the skull. Come on, guys. Get with the program, Jasmine.
That was a daughter?
No.
So her child...
Her daughter died, but she lived to tell the tale.
Maybe
so she was struck on the skull.
No, she didn't.
But
okay,
she
keep
lived
this
from the struck
in mind.
on the skull.
So far, he has always targeted Italian grocery store
That's
owners.
what I'm wondering.
Why?
Is he part of the mafia? Is he just part of the
possibly
Italian mafia?
Boogeyman mafia.
I could see
Okay,
that.
and here's another little clue. He always chisels through the rear entrance, and it's really weird. He leaves the clues on the scene of the crime.
He's trying to leave his mark.
The
That's
chisel.
what a lot of
And he
killers
always
do.
leaves his axe too.
The Boogeyman wouldn't just leave that. He uses the same axe, so he goes back to the previous murder
No,
and
he
gets
uses
the
the.
axe? Or he has multiple
different axes.
axes.
He has an axe
Listen,
chamber.
listen.
He has an
I'm
axe
about to tell you
collection.
something very
I'm just
important.
asking
an
about
arsonist.
I'm about to tell you.
Arsonist.
On March 13th of 1919, the police got a letter from the Boogeyman. Do you want to know
God.
what it read?
I thought that was only in movies.
It
The
said,
Boogeyman's real.
"Esteemed mortal, they
Put
have
it in an
never
Italian accent. Esteem the mortals.
esteemed mortal. They have never caught me and they never will. They have never seen me, for I am invisible. Even as the ether that surrounds your earth, I am not a human being, but a spirit and a demon from the hottest hell."
Maybe he is a spirit.
Okay, regular accent. "At will, I could slay thousands of your best citizens, for I am in close relationship with the angel of death."
So the devil.
Yes. Now to be exact, this is his note.
Okay.
Now to be exact, at 12:15 earthly time, he did say earthly time, on next Tuesday night, I am going to pass over New Orleans. In my infinite mercy, I'm going to make a little proposition for you people. Here it is. I am very fond of jazz music, and I swear by all the devils in the nether regions that every person shall be spared in whose home a jazz band is in full swing at the time I have just mentioned. If everyone has a jazz band going, well, then so much for the better of you people. One thing is certain, and that is that some people who do not play jazz on Tuesday night will get the axe." From the Axeman. So,
I'm sorry, the X-Men?
Axeman.
Okay.
X-Men.
I gotta say, how long did he write? That's a long ass letter. He must have stopped killing people for a long time to write that.
Let me write this one thing before I kill a whole bunch of people.
This is why he was called the Jazz Boogeyman. He was called the Jazz Ghost, in New Orleans. And he, okay, well, let me tell you. On that night, Tuesday night, 12:15 earthly time.
12:15 a.m. or p.m. Because I'd get real confused.
Pretty
Like,
sure.
Are people playing now?
Pretty sure
People playing now? Now? Because I want to get axed.
They probably play at 12:15 a.m.
I'm playing
and
all
p.m.
day.
Listen, though.
I would play it 24 hours. I would be that noisy neighbor because I don't want to die.
It's not known if every single house in New Orleans was playing jazz music, but jazz music was completely triumphant over the whole city. Like, people partied that night.
Is that
it
why
was
New
almost
Orleans
like
always has like music?
Mardi Gras and
it
stuff?
could be. I don't know. But anyways, the point is that they actually held a celebration in his honor, and he apparently loved it because nobody died that night. He really likes his jazz, okay?
So that's it. The only way to get rid of all these devils and spirits is to
jazz
play some
music.
good ass music.
All right, let me tell you something interesting though. However, in 1919, the very last attack happened, and it's very weird because she was not Italian, nor was she a grocery store owner. Her name was Sarah Lawnman, and she was attacked with an axe while she slept in
the
her
lawn?
locked and shuttered home. No, her name is Lawnman. So she received a brain concussion, but she recovered, and it was just weird
I don't
because
think he's
it
using
wasn't.
an axe right. If you're using an axe,
You should
why do
be
you
dead.
Why
But
do you keep
listen.
knocking people on the head with this part? You
I
should
don't
be
know.
killing them
Maybe
with
it's
this
a
part.
note. But the point is that there was no back panel for him to chisel this time.
So did
he
she have
came
blood?
in through a window. I don't know about
Like
the
a
blood.
burglar?
Yeah. So he actually like dismantled his own clue structure. Like
I bet
his
it's a
own
bunch
crime
of like
structure.
really big grocery chains like Wegmans or like Stop and Shop, and they're all like going
It's
after
like,
the
you
mom and
will not
pops
have this grocery store in my town.
vicinity. That's it.
You guys are
Basically.
being rude.
I'm
here.
pretty
This
sure
is a
that's
real
how-
thing that happened.
So what happened
guys.
with Lawnman?
Nothing. She recovered and
She lived a
wasn't,
happy life and never
she
went to
wasn't
the grocery
really.
store?
She wasn't really. She wasn't really.
She
able
only
to say
ordered
any
Seamless
details.
from then on. And that's it. Imagine there was an entire ad for Seamless. Don't go to the
If you,
grocery
if you don't want the
1919.
boogeyman to get you, I think you should never own a grocery store or be
That's it.
Italian.
And support your local jazz musicians.
There we
No,
go.
I'm kidding. But that is a story of the boogeyman. They have no clue who it was. It could have very well been a person. There's actually no clue
so they
to say
don't
that
know
this is
to this day who this
No,
boogeyman
they
is.
just-
But do they
They have
party
zero-
every day for the rest of the years after that?
No, they don't. So I guess it was just that one night that
and that 1.5 year that he struck. So where is he now? He died?
he hasn't returned.
Oh.
Maybe he
Well-
was so happy with the jazz music.
Maybe the
thing
jazz
that he
changed
was-
him.
Yeah, maybe he was like, these people really love me.
Yeah.
They've listened to me.
Killing's not
Well,
what I
that's
want to
just
do
us
anymore.
for me.
I want to
Till we-
dance.
And I think it's time to play some jazz music so we don't die over here. But let's head into a very special Bollywood breakdown.
The media sells, that's how they get you to watch the movies.
Right.
Sometimes the PR people for these celebrities, they don't even squash it because they're like, oh, at least you're being talked about.
Yeah.
Even if it's in a
At least
bad
you're
way, don't you want to be
relevant.
relevant?
I don't know, cause it's just not. They're such high level people, all of them. You know,
Yeah.
and like maybe